Hi, I'm Marshall. I'm the owner of Going Gear, and I'm here in our store in Smyrna, Georgia. This is the extended review of the Olight H25 Wave headlamp. So here we are with the packaging of the Olight H25 Wave. Really cool headlamp. You know, when I first got it, I was like, man, that battery pack is big and bulky. Then I saw the runtime. I was like, that's awesome. And then I saw that it has a USB out function, so you can actually use the battery pack to charge other devices. Really cool feature. So anyway, good information here on the packaging. 800 lumens on max output, 60 hours of runtime on the lowest output. Got some more information on the back. They talk about the throw, so 212 meters of throw. And as always, you can get the full specs on our site, goinggear.com. Let's go and open it up, show you the stuff on the inside. So here is the charging adapter to charge the battery pack. We'll set that to the side. Go ahead and pull the light out. Got some paperwork in here, so user manual, some information about their other lights. User manual, definitely worth the read. I always recommend taking a look at that. Good information in there about troubleshooting and operation of the light and that kind of stuff. So here is the headlamp itself. Let's go and pull the battery pack out, pull the light part of it out, and shove all the rest of that to the side. So I'll show you the charging real quick and get that out of the way. So it's just a pretty standard power adapter. Plug it into the wall, plug this end into the battery pack, and you get it charging. So let's talk some more about this battery pack. First of all, there's a whole lot of power in this thing, so you get great run times. Like I said, you have 60 hours on low, and on the max of the 800 lumens, you get 5 hours. So really good run times on this thing, and you can use it to charge your USB devices. So you've got this little flap here that flips up. Plug your USB cord in there, hit the button, and you can charge your cell phone or other USB devices. And with the capacity of this thing, a lot of cell phones you can charge 2 or 3 times. So a whole lot of power in this thing. Pretty cool feature that they have on that. And of course, it will also power the headlamp. So we're going to hook it up to the headlamp and show you how this thing works. So the connector just pushes on, and then it's got a little detent kind of thing on there. Push on there, and it's nice and secure and tight. It's not going to come off unless you want it to. Nice long power cable. So obviously this thing isn't really meant to be worn on your head. It's got a decent amount of weight to it. It's not like 20 pounds or anything like that. Probably not something you really want on your head. So the intention is that you put this on your pack or your belt or somewhere else remotely away from your head to kind of get the weight off, which is kind of nice because the part that's on your head is super lightweight. So you got a ton of power, ton of output, and not a lot of weight on your head. So it's a pretty good compromise of the different stuff you can get out there. Here's the lighting unit itself. We're going to take a little bit closer look at it. So down in there you have a Cree XML2 LED orange peel reflector. It gives it some nice texture and it makes the beam nice and spread out and even. You'll see that better when you go outside. And there's your infrared sensor, so when you wave your hand, that's how you can turn the light on and off. You got some cable management on there, so you can put the cable pretty much anywhere you want it. If you want it on your front or your back or wherever else, they give you some cable management options to kind of run it wherever you want. And then you've got the top piece here. Gives you some nice sturdy options for keeping it on your head. Keeps it nice and comfortable. I've worn this thing a couple times, and I find it really nice and comfortable. Not this particular unit. This is actually a brand new one. But a prototype I wore for a while, and I liked it a lot. It was nice and comfortable. Lightweight on this unit itself, and you can keep this thing kind of out of the way and unobtrusive. So let's talk about the operation of it. So you have the button on there, and that controls the USB out charging. The button to control the operation of the light is here on the top. It's this blue button. So the way to turn it on is just tap it, and it'll turn the light on. And each time you hit it after that, it's going to cycle through your different outputs. So you have 3 different outputs, and then off. And then by default, you're going to have the wave function turned on. So if you want to use the wave function, all you do is just wave your hand in front of the light. And each time you do that, it's going to turn the light on and off. And it's going to be in the output that you had it in last. So if you tap it and you have it in low, you can see when you use the wave function, it's going to stay in the low. And you have to be relatively close to the light. So if I'm waving my hand out here, if you're worried about it like brushing up against vegetation, or if you're using it under a car or something like that, you don't have to worry about it turning on and off on you. It's about 2 to 6 inches is kind of the sweet spot for it, where it's going to have the wave function activated. So you can kind of see as I go further out, it stops activating it. And you can actually turn that function off. If you don't like it, if you're working up super close to something or you just don't like the feature, if you press and hold the button, you'll see it flash like that, and then the wave is turned off. And then to turn it back on, all you have to do is do another press and hold, and then you've got that feature turned back on. Pretty cool operation on this. Very nice feature on here. I didn't really understand the utility of it when these wave lights first came out from Olight, But then I started using it, and I was actually doing something outside in my yard at night. My hands were filthy, and I was like, man, I don't really want to touch my headlamp and get my head all dirty. And I understood the utility of it. You know, you don't have to fumble in the darkness trying to find that switch. It's really easy to just to wave your hand in front of it, turn the light on and off. It's a pretty nice feature. And then, of course, you have the USB out charging on this. Ton of output on max output, and really good run times. They put a lot of thought into this, and they did a really good job on this. Oh, one other thing I forgot to note is the LED on this is actually a neutral white LED. So really good for outdoor use. You know, when you're using it outside, greens and browns look nice and green and brown, and you'll see that better when we go outside, but really good colors on this. So they made a good choice in the LED itself. I always forget to show this feature of headlamps in my videos because people always ask about it. Yes, this thing can tilt. It's just a simple little tilt. You can see it goes down pretty far. So you can tilt it down nice and low, get it into the action wherever you want it to be. So a lot of adjustability in this, and it holds in place really well. So if you're trail running or caving or anything like that and you're worried about it holding in place, it does hold in place very, very well. All right, let's show you that the USB charging really does work. So you can see on my phone, not charging. Got the micro USB plugged in. Gonna go ahead and plug it in to the battery pack. Hit that button right there, and there you go, charging my cell phone. It's a pretty cool feature that you have on the H25 Wave. You have the USB out charging, so you can charge your phone or other devices in an emergency or as a planned thing. You know, if you're out on a long trip or in your truck or something like that, you need a way to power your devices. Maybe you don't have a car adapter, your car adapter is not working. It's nice to have this as a backup or as a first line of being able to charge. So pretty cool feature that they have on the H25 Wave. Okay, so that is the H25 Wave and all the features and everything. Let's go ahead and take it outside, and we'll show you how it does outside. All right, we're outside with the Olight H25 headlamp. Got the big 40 mag light that I always use as a control. Let's go ahead and try out that mag light first, show you how it does. Little bush right there is about 15 feet away. Dock house down there on the lake is about 100 feet away. All right, let's go ahead and try out Olight, show you how it does. So pretty impressive amount of light coming out of this pretty compact headlamp, especially when you consider the part that's on your head. You know, the battery pack's not the smallest and lightest thing, but that's going to be on your pack or your belt or somewhere else remote. And, you know, you have this nice little lightweight piece on your head, has some pretty serious output. Let me show you the different outputs. So there's your medium, there's your low, good for up close kind of stuff, great for close distance, or even you can see 15 feet away, it's lighting up stuff really well. And then when you need it, you got those two higher outputs. Let me zoom in on that just so you can see what it looks like more up close. So you can see 100 feet away, everything is lit up really, really well. We have a little bit more distance to work with here in just a second. I'll show you how well it lights up stuff at about 100 yards. Let's shine it around a little bit, show you different distances and colors and everything. Pretty impressive for a headlamp. Serious output on this thing. Okay, let's go ahead and try. All right, we got some more distance to try out the H25 Wave from Olight. Let's go ahead and try it out, see what it can do. All right, so that boat right there is about 15 feet away. Got a couple targets set up out there at 50 yards at 100 yards. Let's zoom in on those just so you can see what those look like. So 50 yards, one to the left, that's 100 yards. Tree line beyond is at 130 yards. Makes it out to all of that. Pretty impressive for a headlamp. Again, you put that battery pack on your belt like I have it right now. It's nice and comfortable. You don't really notice the weight of the headlamp. It's relatively compact, definitely lightweight because you don't have any of the batteries on your head. They did a really good job on this. You got the versatility of the different outputs, got the lower outputs, and then you got that wave feature, which is just a really cool way of activating the light. If I can do it in front of the camera. It's hard to judge distances in the dark. All right, so there you go. That is the Olight H25 Wave headlamp. If you like it, you can buy it from us at goinggear.com. Any questions or comments, you can reach me in the comments or any of my guys at goinggear.com. And if you like the video, please subscribe. I do a lot of gear and flashlight videos. And that's it. Thanks for watching.